Hello everyone, good morning. It's time to start the day. Grab your coffee, your favorite beverage, shine your light and light the way.
Good morning, everybody. Sorry. Okay, let me try this again. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, my computer was on in the living room, so that was bothering Chrissy. But now it's all better. Yeah, good morning. It is Wednesday, September 3rd, 2025, and it is time for Good Morning Coffee and Talk. Right now we are looking at Ruben. Good morning, Kat. It's good to see you. We are looking at Ruben. If you look real closely, he is inside that little house there. Uh-oh. Oh no. The camera went away. I don't know what happened. Okay, well, I'm batting 1,000 today, you guys. Good morning. How is everybody today? Good morning, Swampy. How are you? It is good to see you. Good morning, Sin. There's Sin. There's Swampy. And there is Kat. So good morning. It is good to see you all on this beautiful Wednesday. We're actually getting a little rain today, which is awesome. Good morning, Katie. How are you? It's good to see you. Poor Katie's been fighting a sinus infection the last few days. That's not been fun. Ugh, sinus headaches are like so annoying. And for me, sinus headaches always turn into migraines. So I feel you, sister. I feel your pain with that. Believe me. Oy vey. Yeah, Ruben was hiding in his little house. I don't know what happened to the camera. I'm going to go look at it real quick, seeing that we're kind of just getting started. All right, I think I got that camera fixed. I know, riveting entertainment today. Let's bring him back up here. There he is. He is in his little house. What you're seeing there is a piece of cardboard. We give him. Okay, so I spend like hundreds of dollars on this bird, buying him all different kinds of toys to keep him stimulated and blah blah blah. And what does he love the best? Cardboard. Cardboard is his favorite freaking thing. So he has moved his little cardboard piece to the front of the door. Clearly he's blocking because he's anticipating being attacked by Vikings very soon. But he's protected, so he's all good. So we'll check back in with him later. So let's see who else I missed here coming in. Katie says, I'm taking it easy because I took apart a huge queen bed and put together a double bed in the same day. Yikes. Yeah, that's a lot of work. Kelly's here. Good morning, everyone. So glad I'm not the last one in this morning. I was the last one in, and it's my show. Oh, my goodness gracious. Yes. Everybody's saying hello to everybody. I love that. Yeah. Okay. I just saw right before I started here that you had uploaded, Kelly, the castle video. So I'm excited to watch that. I'm going to watch that as soon as we're done here. Castles. Oh, I would love to. I don't know if I'd love to live in a castle. I'd have to think that they're pretty drafty and kind of cold, very damp. But if it was modern day and I had a castle, central air and dehumidifiers. Yep, and central heating. I can live in a castle. Uh-oh, why is it saying my battery's running? Oh my gosh, what is going on today, you guys? Oh, for corn's sake, Babble. Everything is just going wrong for me today. I have to follow this cord down, and of course everything is like in here crazy. Why? 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 Why is it saying this? Okay. Hopefully I fixed it. Okay. Serenity now. Okay. I'm good. Everything is just going wrong. That's okay. All right, everybody's saying hi. Castle Stro. Yeah, I can't wait to watch that. That is like Karu and plastic straws. We play straw fetch all day. Yeah, Ruben loves his frickin' cardboard. I mean, he will take a cardboard box and he will have that thing completely destroyed in a day, and he will work on it tirelessly. Like, he will start and he will not stop until the box is completely broken down, and then he'll go eat and drink and take a nap. But he is so laser focused on destroying a box. It blows my mind. In fact, I'm surprised that box that he's got in there right now isn't completely destroyed. He must be feeling a little tired today. Plush rugs and cozy blankets. Oh, that sounds amazing. And a nice fireplace. New moon energy is strong already. It clearly is, Katie. Swampy says, today is on one. I hope we survive, right? Me too. Kat says, yep, I spent Labor Day doing everything but labor. I actually did labor on Labor Day. Oh no, Dolly already needs a sandwich and a nap. Yes. Yes. Yay, somebody who pays attention to my outro. Dolly needs a sandwich and a nap. We'll see you next time. Full moon. Oh, yes, full moon. That's right. It's a full moon on the 7th, isn't it? Yeah, on the 7th. Yes. Don't confuse me. I always get them confused too. But I was outside taking pictures of the moon. Was it last night or the night before? And was it last night or the night before? Must have been the night before, because we were anticipating being able to see the aurora borealis, but I'm a little too far south. If Jen comes in today, she was far enough north that she might have been able to see them. So I'd be interested if she comes in to find out if she was able to see them. Jen Bowles. Yes, it's the blood moon. Blood moon eclipse. That is so spooky. I love it. Oh, you sing along with it every week? Aw. Yeah, it's a catchy little tune. I like to bring smiles to people's faces. As you guys know, that's sort of my spiritual gift, is to bring joy. At least that's what that's my intention. That is what I'm trying to manifest here. What I am manifesting, I should say. Kat says, the good news is my bedroom has got a lot more room. I don't need a Sherpa to help me into bed. And I don't need to stick the landing to get out. Oh, I've been in beds like that. Oh, did you guys ever see the video? It's this guy built like stairs for his dog to get up on his Sherpa kneading bed. And the dog starts climbing up. And all of a sudden you see him go, ah! And he kind of just rolls off the stairs. I don't think he hurt himself, but just the look on his face, if you could freeze frame 1 second, his eyes were like, oh no, poor puppy. All right. Saturday, August 23rd, 2025 at 2:06 a.m. August 23rd, new corn moon. The August new moon was the third new moon of summer and the new moon in Virgo. Ah, okay. Yes. I can't believe we're in September already. It just blows my mind how fast this year has gone by. It just feels like 25 just started, and now we're in the last quarter of 2025, which just blows my mind. Hey, have you guys been keeping up with the news on this object in the sky called 3I Atlas? It's 3I/Atlas. The name is derived from the it's the 3I stands for, it is the third interstellar object that has come into our solar system, like in the last few years. It started with Oumuamua, and then there was another one that the name I forget, and now we've got 3I Atlas. And this object is very interesting. It appears to be, I mean, scientists are calling it a comet, but then other scientists are saying, no, it's not a comet. It doesn't have a tail. It's self-illuminating. It's traveling in a very erratic trajectory. Like it sharply changed trajectories as it came into our solar system. And it feels like, to a lot of it, in fact, even like NASA physicists are saying, this is an odd one. We don't know what this is. Okay. Have you guys been following this? It is really bizarre. And the Atlas system, the reason it's called Atlas is it's the Atlas system that detected it. It is the asteroid detection system that we have to watch foreign bodies to figure out whether or not they're going to hit the Earth. I don't think that this one is going to hit the Earth, but I think that it's something that we need to pay attention to, because it's bizarre to me that we've had strong enough telescopes out there, for decades now. And it's really just in this short period of time. I don't remember when Oumuamua was here, maybe 3 years ago, right? So in this 3-year period of time, we've had 3 interstellar objects that they've been able to identify, and have watched them increase in speed as they come into the solar system, change trajectories, do flybys past the Earth, and then leave. They don't act like comets, which usually either hit the sun or circle around the sun and go back out. No, these things are just floating through. It's really weird. That's what I'm seeing. I'm wondering, is this a mothership? Are we going to be forced into disclosure because this object is going to make it so crystal clear that we are not alone in this universe? I think it's pretty cool. Yeah. Well, hopefully not. Hopefully, let's manifest that it is going to be crystal clear so Kat can see the blood moon. Kelly says, no, I have missed this. I will check it out. Yeah, here, it is called 3I. Here, I'll make a little I. Atlas. That way you guys can see the name there, what it is, and check it out. It's very, very, whatever it is, it's very cool. And I heard one guy talking about how, the asteroid belt that we have in our solar system is likely due to it's likely due to a collision between an asteroid and a small planet or moon, or perhaps, two planets colliding, but that debris that's all out there was created by a collision. Okay. And this object is going to be flying right through the middle of that. There's a good chance, there's a small chance actually, that it might actually collide with one of those asteroids. Those asteroids, even though there's billions of them out there, they're pretty far apart. So it might be able to just sneak on through. It's how we get to Mars. We have to sneak on through between the asteroids in order to get it. And there's enough room that we're able to do that, But yeah. So anyways, I think it's very interesting. You're welcome. And yeah, Sin says this month should be interesting with the 2 eclipse. Yeah, for sure. All that energy, all that moon energy, right? It's very cool. I am always excited to see any kind of eclipse if we can see it. Chances are, though, we won't be able to see it here, but you never know. You never know. I don't know if it's a North American eclipse thing or not. Do you guys know? Are we going to be able to see it in North America at all? Either one of them. They're exciting. They're very exciting. Lots of insomnia. Yeah, you got that right. You got that right. But you know what? For me, that's kind of par for the course. I mean, I'm not a big sleeper. Anoa, tua. Yes. Yes. Just like that song from Highland. I love that song so much. I love the way it starts. Ooh, ooh. Katie says, from what I read on the last day of the full moon, we could see 3% in North America. Okay, well, I'll take that 3%. I'll take it. I'll be out there taking pictures. That's the thing I love most about my phone is the darn good camera that it has on it. I can really get close-up pictures of the moon with it. And I was out there the other night trying to take pictures of the sky because I don't know if you guys realize this or not, but even if you can't see an aurora borealis with your eyes, because of light noise or whatever, when you go outside with your phone and you take a picture of the sky, if it's visible, you will see it on your pictures. Or you could just put your camera out there and run a video and actually capture. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's just the particle type that's coming through or what, but you can pick it up with your camera. So next time you have an aurora that you might be able to see, go out there with your camera and take some pictures. I saw some out of West Bend. That's why I was like, oh, if Jen comes in today, we could ask her if she saw him. But I saw on the news some pictures out of West Bend where they actually got some really great pictures of the aurora borealis. And I was tempted to get in my car and drive out there. I should have, dang it. I should have drove north a little bit. I would have been able to see it. Katie says the aurora also has a sound. Yes, that's right. And I didn't know that until they started talking about the auroras on Jupiter. Was it Jupiter or Saturn? One of the two. And they were able to record the sound. And I had no idea. I had no idea. Mousie's here, multitasking but listening. That's okay. We like multitaskers. Good morning. Multitasking is fine. Lurking is fine. If you're in the lurker lounge, grab a donut. Grab some coffee. Speaking of coffee, more coffee. Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to do something today. I know that there are a lot of us who are going through all kinds of healing right now. Spiritual, mental, physical, all three. So I wanted to say a prayer today for anybody who is in need of healing. Now I'm going to be doing this from the standpoint of a Norse pagan. And I know not everyone is not Norse pagan, but you could pray to whatever God or whatever divinity or to nothing or just to the universe. I don't care whether or not you're saying a prayer to Jesus or to Muhammad or to, Odin. But I would like everyone to just kind of fill their hearts with healing intention for everyone who needs healing as I say this prayer. And of course, I have my prayer candle lit, and the goddess that you see back there, if you can even see her, she's kind of tiny, is Eir, which is one of the Norse goddesses of healing. So I'm going to say this with great intention on my heart. Hail to you, Eir, bright-handed healer, skilled in herbs and hidden ways. Guide our spirits with your steady hand. Mend the wounds seen and unseen. Ease the pain that weighs upon the body and the heart. Hail to you, Mengloth, keeper of the healing hall, where 9 maidens guard the resting place of the weary. Wrap us in your comfort and your care. Let your mountain's breath bring peace, and your presence grant renewal of strength. Together we call upon you, Ear of mercy, Mengaloth of solace. We weave your gifts into our souls to cleanse our spirit, to restore balance to our bodies, and to awaken hope in our hearts. By leaf and root, by song and stone, may health return, may wholeness remain, and may we rise again renewed. Hail Eir, hail Mengaloth. So mote it be. Thank you. Thank you for praying with me. I appreciate that. But I want healing for everyone. And I know that when, as a collective, we say a prayer in our hearts, and put it out into the collective, that we are creating a manifestation for healing, whether it be mental healing, physical healing, or spiritual healing. So thank you. Thank you so much for doing that with me. Good morning, Barbara. How are you today? It is good to see you. Kat says, and it's so awesome. Maria played the tangle harp. Oh, I want to learn how to play the tangle harp. The green mandala spinning, the Desir and the Kai. Oh, the Desir and Kai sitting in the middle of the stage and swaying as they chant. I love that. I love the big communal energy that is created through their music and through their ritual. I mean, I love that. I love that so much. And I miss that so much. I need to get to a Fellowship of Northern Tradition gathering soon, or some pagan gathering soon, because I miss that communal energy that is built through the frenzy of dance and the frenzy of music. Oh my gosh, there's nothing like that, in my humble opinion. It's just amazing. Blah, blah, blah. I have lost my place. Hang on. Kelly says, thank you. You're very welcome. Kat says, so mote it be. As above, so below. Thank you. Oh, hey, Sonia's here. Happy hump day to you too, Sonia. Sonia has a show at 10:30 a.m. on her channel on Fridays, 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. I think that's 8:30 a.m. Pacific. Check her out. She's amazing. Her energy is beautiful. It is so beautiful. And I love it. Yeah, between Katie and Sonia and Terry from Terry at Holding Space, I get like my spiritual tank filled up, along with my own personal meditations and readings and stuff like that. I try to stay in a state of being right here present. Their shows help me do that, along with my own personal meditations and stuff. And I feel like that's really important. I really feel like right now Any of you guys who are sensitive, I'm sure you're feeling this. There is a strong energy in the collective consciousness right now that is just crying out for peace, you know? So every day now I am trying to put time aside to be actually, to meditate and put that intention out into the universe to bring peace, of heart and peace of soul to people. And it's amazing to watch the awakenings that are happening. And I'm going to tell you something. This whole time I've been saying, I don't fully understand why we're experiencing the political administration that we're experiencing right now. I don't understand why that happened, but I'm starting to understand why that happened, because there are so many people who are waking up who would have never had the opportunity to do that had this not happened. They would have just stayed in their hate. They would have just stayed in their scarcity and, their fear of scarcity and their fear of everything. They would have just sat there, but they're waking up. They're waking up. And I feel that happening. I feel that fog lifting. And I'm so grateful that that is happening, so grateful. Yeah, exactly, Kitty. Everyone, all sides are exhausted. That is right. 100%. Oh my gosh. And Sonia says, we all must protect our peace. That is my motto right now. Yeah, for sure. Yes, Fatima, people needed to wake up. That is right. And this is what's causing a dramatic wake up, and it's like Katie said, we're all exhausted. It's waking us up too, at least for me, it is. Like, I am recognizing the humanity far more in people than I have in the past as the result of this. I really am. Katie says, I'm so angry. We know the comb over Caligula. Oh no, we know the comb over Caligula is in a bad way. He could be dying, and his cabal are hiding the truth from us. I just yelled, damn it, quit lying. Right. Oh, Kat said that. I'm sorry. Kat said that, not Katie. Kat said that. And Katie says, I am sure that is why I got sick this weekend. Yeah. Just being exhausted. Yes. Fatima says, even here in Canada, there are same strange people that want division. That's all over the world right now. I think that is part of the shift. That's part of the shift. There is a big shift happening right now. And I hate to kind of equate this to something that I learned as a child, but like, the wheat is being separated from the chaff. It really is. It really is. And what's more magical and amazing to me is some of the people are going, wait a second, I'm the chaff, And that is a miracle. That is a miracle. That change, that awakening, that, you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Woo. Kelly says, many Epstein survivors are speaking up today. I am sending them love. Yes, me too. Yes, they are part of the prayer. They are part of the prayer today. All these people who are survivors, and anyone who is a survivor, if you've been through it, right? We can all be empathetic. And even if you've never gone through something like that, I'm sure that you can wrap your mind around, especially if you're a woman, you can wrap your mind around how extremely violent and life-changing those kinds of things can be. And so we send them love. We send them so much love and peace and healing. And I hope that this process helps them heal. I really, really do. The fact that the whole world is right now is knowing what kind of person this guy was, how awful he was, how sick he was, and the people who are showing empathy towards these people who were abused by him. There is a magical healing that is happening here, and I'm grateful for that. I am so grateful. Let's see. Katie says, I have been getting so much clarity about connecting the defining events of my life into a survival of the now. Yeah. We also have a blood moon eclipse approaching on the 7th. So a lot of buildup of energy happening right now. You got that right. Definitely can feel that. Definitely. They deserve justice. So much power at play, though. Yes, they do. They do. And although Epstein himself is gone, we all know that he was trafficking women to powerful people. And those powerful people do need to come to justice. So I hope that their words are heard, and I hope something is done about it, and that this isn't just a dog and pony show. I'm putting the intention for justice and healing out there. 100%. All right, I wanted to show you guys something. Let me bring up this other camera here. Oh, is Ruben still in his house? Oh, he might have moved. He might have moved now. I can't tell if he's still in there. But anyways, I wanted to show you guys a few decks that I just got. Right? Oh, hi, Ralph. Good morning. Good to see you. I don't know, Ralph, if you saw, but I posted a link to one of your videos in my community page, because I want everyone to know that you can sing, and not only can you sing, but you sing beautifully. And I feel like you should do a sing-along. I'm just putting that out there as an idea. Do a sing-along. We can all sing along with you. I would love that. Fatima says a lot of high people are involved in trafficking. Yes. I wash myself from the hatred of my enemies and the wrath of powerful men. Same. No, you rock. Literally, you're a rock star. Like, you actually are. I'm not just saying that. That's pretty awesome. All right, I wanted to show you guys a couple decks that I got. Oh, wait, can I make this different here? Let's see. Can I do this? Yeah, there we go. So this deck I just got, just got. Katie was using this deck as part of her card of the day this week. And I was like, wow, this deck is so beautiful. I love every single animal that she chose, that the author chose, Paulina Fay. I love all the animals that she chose as part of this deck. Like, every card to me makes sense. Oh, this is not open yet. Hang on. Uno momento. Talk amongst yourselves. Do 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 do. Cha cha cha. Okay. So we have this is the Fool, the Traveler, and it's a hare, or it's a gazelle. Let's just go to another one here. 7 of Acorns. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe a sea otter? 9 of Shells, a penguin. Gratitude, fulfillment. 4 of Feathers. It's a bear, and it's sanctuary and rest. Ace of Crystals, manifestation and prosperity. It's a panda. You see what I mean? They pick these great animals. Some of them I'm going to have to look up because I'm not sure what they are, but that's why I wanted the deck, so I could do that. 10 of Crystals, stability and attainment, and it's a crocodile. That's very cool. King of Crystals, courage and commitment, and it's a tiger. I think that this is a really, really neat deck. I'm so grateful to Katie for using it this week and showing it to us on the cards of the day, because it is really a beautiful, beautiful deck. And then we got the Fairy Tale Heroine Oracle. And this one, it opens. How does it open? One moment, please. Okay, here we go. It opens on the side. And on the inside, it says, stories are spells. They change things. May they? And the images you encounter in this deck offer you guidance for your heroine's journey. And these cards, because it's the Fairy Tale Heroine deck, I love this artwork too. It's just bold, you know. It's by Sharon Blackie. These cards are, I just love the artwork. And it is all like, it's a journey, and most of the people that are depicted are women, because it's the heroine's journey. But yeah, it's a nifty deck. I love the artwork. You guys hear me okay? Oh, hi Lee. How you doing? It's good to see you, my friend. Yeah, this is a nifty deck too. I really think that this is cool. I'm excited to try it out for my personal readings, because I think that this will probably be better for personal readings than for collective readings, but we'll see. And then this deck, this is a crazy deck. Now these two decks came with my Hay House subscription. If you're somebody who likes bold colors and artwork that looks like it's from the 60s, this is the Trust Your Vibes Oracle deck by Sonia Choquette. Trust Your Vibes. Big, bold colors. If you like color, this is probably the deck for you. Lots of color. Protect your spirit. I like that one a lot. Write it down. Find your people. That's a great piece of advice right there. Expect the best. Instant feedback. Yeah, if you're going to touch a hornet's nest, you are definitely going to get some instant feedback. Dance in the fire. Good vibes. Good vibration. Work with your healers. So yeah, those are some nifty decks, hey? I'm excited to try all of these. They're all going to go into the full moonlight and get charged up. And then I will enter them into my rotation of cards that I use to get a feel for them. And we'll go from there. Okay, let me put myself back here. Oh, no. Okay, there I am. Katie says, thanks for showing these decks. You're very welcome. I'm happy to show them to you. I should read you guys an Affirminator card for today, too. Affirminator. Today's card is on positive thinking. In the garden of my mind, I water the good thoughts and weed out the bad ones. I throw in forgiveness and empathy seeds by the handful if I want, and I take a lawnmower to that jealousy and resentment patch. I'm pretty bad. I'm a pretty badass mind gardener. And it's a picture of her kind of watering the seeds of her mind. And it's a good reminder too that so much of what we experience in life is created by our mind. Nothing is really inherently good or bad. And I know that that's a pretty wild statement to make, because obviously there are things that feel very bad, like wildfires ripping through a city and burning people's houses down. That's bad. It feels bad, especially if you're one of the people whose house is burnt down, and you've lost everything, and insurance is playing games with you and you can't recover, and you got to start all over. Some of those people, like out in California and up in Canada, have to start all over again because they've literally lost everything. But a lot of times when wildfires move through certain areas, it actually helps to create new growth. And it also helps to prevent forest fires or wildfire fires from happening there again for many, many years. So is it good? Is it bad? I don't know if it's inherently either, right? I think a lot of it is really how you set your mind. Some of the most resilient, amazing stories that I heard come out of California after the wildfires were people who said, I'm alive. I am so grateful to be alive. This one lady said, I was sitting here thinking about everything that I lost. I lost everything. She's like, but what was it that I lost? She's like, yeah, there were some pictures I wish I could have saved. She's like, but everything else was just stuff. And we're alive. And our dog is alive, miraculously, And that really got me thinking about, like, what is it in my life that I would be very upset if I lost? And I'm not talking about people. I'm talking about things. What things in my life would I feel upset about? And would it be a lasting upset, or would it just be a temporary, momentary, feeling? I have a few antiques that belong to my grandma and grandpa that I would be very sad to lose. Some of those things are irreplaceable, but everything else over time could be replaced. Katie says, fire is part of Gaia's systems. It is our management of it that is causing the issues. It is. Yeah. Everybody wants to have, we feel like we can tame the planet. We can tame Gaia. That's silly. We cannot. Devastation really puts things into perspective. Life is precious. Yes. Ralph says, sometimes we need our ego to be checked. The wildfires kind of made all involved equal. If you have your loved ones, you are blessed. That is very true. It did put everybody sort of on equal terms, didn't it? Because fire doesn't discriminate. Not at all. Barbara says, Dolly, you are such a breath of fresh air. And she says it very loudly. You're very welcome. I'm happy to be a breath of fresh air. I always tell Katie, I'm like, I'm happy all the time because I only got 2 brain cells. One controls my whole body's functions, right? Like my breathing, my heart beating, the blood pumping. And the other one does everything else. So it just automatically gravitates to joy. Because that's more fun. Leah says, First Nation would burn a controlled area when leaving controlled burns. Yeah. That's right. They would. Where did I see that? I actually saw that. I don't know. It must have been a video on YouTube where I remember. It was a video about the Native Americans of Wisconsin that I found. And they were talking about some of the practices that they did, that their ancestors did, and that they continue to do on their reservations. And one of them was a controlled burn. And it helps to increase the quality of the soil for like cranberry and wild rice harvests. The soil and it's charcoal cleanses water, so it helps with the rivers and streams. And yeah, the yin yang brain cell theory. Yes. I get asked often what drugs I take because it's impossible for a person to be happy all the time. And all I do is look at them and giggle. That's me too. I get a lot of people who I've experienced a lot of jealousy in my life, like people who've I've worked with who see me come into work happy, bouncy all, every day. And they just go out of their way to try to wreck my shine, try to dim my shine. But they can't. They can't. Sonia says, that was one of the scariest experiences. I'm grateful my home was spared. One of the smaller fires was 10 minutes away from my home in the canyon. Yeah, I know. I was watching it and praying hard, let me tell you. Katie and I both were like going back and forth, texting back and forth and talking about, we got to like pray now. So I'm glad that your place was spared. I'm still crying over the fires of 2030. I don't think, I don't know. I don't know what you meant by that. Still crying over the fires of 2030 here in Oregon. The wife of the guy who built Enchanted Forest, his grandson and their dog died running from the house to their car. Oh, 2020. Okay, gotcha. 2020. That's so heartbreaking. I was so scared for you too, Sonia. Yeah, Katie and I were really talking about that when it was happening. Yeah, I have family in Southern California too. They're in Temecula, so they don't get a lot of wildfires, but over the course of all the time that they've been there, there's been many where my cousin could stand out on her deck and look over at the next mountain peak, and it was completely engulfed in flames, and it's just one canyon away from her, but it didn't jump the canyon. So that was good. Katie says, I was actually trying to figure out how I could rent a car and get there to rescue you if you needed it, Sonia. Yeah, you did mention that. Katie was going to come and get you. She's a lot closer than I am, that's for sure. Did you guys do anything fun for Labor Day? As you can see, I did survive my mother-in-law coming to visit. It actually was very pleasant. It was the best experience that I've had with her ever in my life. There were still little snide comments here and there, but for the most part, it was really muted comparatively to what she's been like in the past. So thank you all for praying for me. I appreciate that. I needed prayer more than she did. She came here with a really good attitude. I mean, she had, like I said, I think that I got insulted maybe 17 times, but that is like 1/100th of the amount of time that it used to be. Okay. So, and they were little things. She wouldn't go on and on. But, yeah, so thank you. Thank you for your prayers about that. Excuse me. When you drink bubbly, sparkling water and follow that with coffee, weird things happen. Cat slept and healed. I did a lot of that on Fridays and Saturday. No, on Friday. Saturday, was it Friday or Monday? No, Monday. Monday, I actually cleaned out all my tool chests. I have big, giant rolling tool cabinets like mechanics have. And I needed to like get all of the stuff organized in there. And I needed tools to go in one, craft supplies to go in another. So I got all that done. So I'm really happy to have that off my plate now, believe me. Sonia, Labor Day equals sleep, relax, sleep, and more relaxing. Good. That's good. I am glad that you did that. I am so appreciative to all the workers of our country. You know, anybody who gets up every day and goes into work and builds the things that we use and the services that are provided to us and keeps us safe, you know, rescues us from dangers. All of the people who go out there and work, I am so appreciative to everyone who does that. You know, my whole life is so much brighter and so much easier than what my ancestors had, right? They really had to toil. They really had to work hard to just survive. You know, we've got it comparatively a little bit easier. You know, we don't have to go and grow all of our own food. We don't have to slaughter animals ourselves. You know, we don't have to get down and sit at a sewing machine and make our own clothes, although some of us do that anyways, and that's fun. There's so much that we have that we take for granted, and I am so grateful. I'm so grateful for the people who go out and do these things. So if you are a worker, thank you. Thank you for everything that you do. Your labor is so appreciative, so appreciated. You don't even know. You don't even know. Let's see. Katie ate and slept all day and then got sick. Yeah, I was so sad for you. I hope you're feeling better. It'll get better. Kelly says, I have a history of difficult mother-in-laws, but my husband. But my husband's mother and previous husband's mother both passed away, and I feel them with me, supporting me in spirit. It's very interesting how I actually have a great relationship with my father now. And when he was alive, I did not. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't the greatest either. But now I am daddy's girl, which is so nice. I'm so grateful for what we could experience through spirit and the healing that had to happen for him. You know, I'm so happy that he's healed now, you know, and that he can approach me with arms that are open and loving and wide in a way that he couldn't while he was here, because he was plagued with so many different things while he was alive, and that's all gone now. So I am grateful. Ralph said, mushrooms and 70s cartoons with assorted old video games thrown in. That sounds like a perfect day. Katie says, I started an antibiotic yesterday and feel better today, but it was a long night. Thank you. You're welcome. Katie comes from a union family. I do as well. Kelly says, so glad you are getting treated for the sinus infection, Katie. Yes, me too. Yeah, when she texted me yesterday and said that she was getting antibiotics, I was like, oh, thank you. My daughter and I do new construction on submarines. Like a yellow submarine? Like submarine sandwiches? Wait, what are you talking about, Ralph? New construction on submarines. I want a submarine. Katie says, I have a new nurse. Koru has been very sweet, will not let me out of his sight for long. No. And the only way that Katie can get out of his sight is she plays this game where she throws straws, and the kitty like goes and chases them down and brings them back to her. Katie says, I love my dad. Or I love my dad. I love my doc. She gets me spiritually. That is so cool. We help build nuclear subs for the Navy. What? That's neat. Whoa. I think sub life is fascinating. You really got to be a special kind of person, don't you, to be able to be somebody who can navigate through all the feelings and stuff that are created by being in an enclosed space way down below the water. I think it would be the same kind of person that would be an astronaut, going to the space station or living inside of a rocket for a while. She's a welder and I do electrical training. That is so awesome. Rock on, man. That is so cool. I've never known anybody who actually helped to build submarines. That's neat. I watched quite a few videos on like what it's like to live on a sub on YouTube. It's very interesting. I mean, I feel like they keep they keep a routine that is pretty like clockwork so that they're able to navigate the time, the emotional things that happen to you when you're underwater for a long, long time. That routine really becomes critical. Katie says, I love the ocean. So cool. Ralph, are you Scandinavian? Well, Anderson is definitely a Scandinavian name. The son of Ander. Leah says, my mom was a machinist and dad an underwater welder. Well, that's neat. An underwater welder. That's another, like, you got to be a special breed of human to be able to do that. Katie says, I have a friend here who trains attack dogs and guard dogs for the military. Believe me, she is someone I would not mess with, and it's not because of her dogs. She's a badass. Hershey, hi. Blessings back to you, and positive vibes as well. And Hershey is also an Anderson, the maiden name. Oh, wow, awesome. Lots of fellow Scandinavians in the house. Woo! No, great grandpa was adopted. I'm Spanish, Irish, and French. I bet there's a little Viking in you too. I can see it in your face. Especially with, the fact that you're Irish. There are so many people who are Irish, who are actually descended from the Vikings that invaded Ireland way back in the day. Those naughty Vikings. He helped build the nuclear plant in Zion. Oh, that's cool. Wow. People saying good morning to Hershey. Sonia says, I too am an Anderson, just learning about this side of the family and have no idea where it traces back to, but excited to learn about this new journey. Cool. Yeah, I know that it sometimes can be a little bit more difficult. Well, it is more difficult, and it can be very difficult for African Americans to like get any family information because really, prior to the Civil War, Black people didn't even have names on the census. They were treated the same way people treated cattle. It was awful. So I highly recommend, if you have a chance, Sonia, get some genetic testing done. Chrissy had her genetic test done, and since she did this, and she did hers, I'd say about 8 years ago. In the past 8 years, So many people have done Ancestry.com's DNA test that it's getting more and more and more and more and more specific, as to like even the village that her family came from in Senegal. So it's pretty cool. So I would highly recommend it. I think you'd get a lot of information out of it, and it'll connect you with people all over the country who have had similar ancestors as you, and you never know who knows something, right? And can give you more information. So I would highly encourage that. Leah says, I have a Viking named Thor in me. Sorry. I had a Viking named Thor in me. Don't be sorry. Yeah, the struggle is real. Yes. Yeah, we when Chrissy and I were working on her tree, finding her mom's side of the family was easy because her mom's side is white, and there's, it goes way back to like the early 1700s that we were able to find information for her mom's side. But on her dad's side, it was almost impossible. But we did find things. So we're grateful for that. And she's connected to a whole bunch of people who descended from similar ancestors. Like her great grandfather had like so many people in his family, and she's connecting with all those people. So it's really cool. I already did. It's opened up a whole can of worms. I know you were talking about that, but in a good way. Yeah. I mean, finding family is still finding family, which however it happens, they're still family, right? They're still your blood. So yeah, that's cool. That's cool. My friend Sarah, who I used to work with, she got her DNA tested through Ancestry.com, and she's adopted. And she found her birth parents. Her birth parents were not married when she was born, so they gave her up for adoption. But those two people got married and had 3 more children. So Sarah has 3 full sisters now that she communicates with that she didn't know that she had. And she has a slew of nieces and nephews, and it's opened up a whole new family experience for her. And it's like she's gotten the family that she didn't know she needed, which is really neat. I think it's very cool. I'm glad that it exists, and I know, Katie, you do a lot of stuff with Ancestry.com as well. So Katie says, I want to connect with extended family. I come from a Scottish Earl, so I know there are tons of us. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, I mean, it's nice to know from whence you came, right? And I feel like the more we find out about our ancestors, the more that we connect with them through journeying or meditation, through spirit, the more we learn about ourselves, and the more grateful I feel as I get to know them and what they did and how they struggled and what brought them here to America and all those neat things. It's cool. Oh my gosh, it's 11 o'clock. That went really fast. Let me pick a card for you guys, something to ponder for today. And then I will let you guys go. So angels protect us. Spirits of the land in my home surround us. Ancestors give us wisdom. What is a little message, Spirit, that I can give for you, for all the people here today? Please and thank you, and I love you. And this is from the Inner Child Oracle. You guys know this. I've been using this for a while. I love this deck. All right, this is the card. We have seek guidance in this. It is time for a different perspective. It is time for a different perspective. And what Spirit is putting on my heart is understand your place in things. I mean, do you find yourself complaining about the same things over and over and over and over and over again? Do you feel like you can't heal from something or get away from something? Understand your own place in the process. And like the card says, sometimes you need to seek outside of yourself and see things from a different perspective, see things from a higher place, bounce things off of people that you trust, get their perspective, and see if you can't move beyond the cycle, the cycle of suffering. You have to see your place in it. And sometimes that's hard. It's hard for us to admit that we're part of the problem, or that we're maybe self-sabotaging ourselves, and that's why things are the way that they are. We don't want to feel bad things about ourselves. We're not built like that, but you don't have to feel bad. You just have to see the truth. And the truth will allow you to move forward, allow you to change things, to see things from a different perspective, maybe reformulate the path that you're walking right now, And that's what I'm feeling from Spirit today. So if that resonates with you, it's for you. So, woo! All right. Kat says, having been adopted at birth and not knowing my heritage for 37 years, I can vouch. Mousy says, bye-bye. Bye-bye, Mousy. My ancestors arrived here in 1693. Whoa. Lee is related to Queen Mary of the Scots. So is Katie, actually. So that's very cool. Well, you're very welcome. And you're very welcome too, Ralph and Kelly. Thank you. And thank you guys. Thank you for brightening my day today. I love you guys. Mwah. I will see you all again very, very soon. Remember, Sonia has her show, Coffee Chat Oracle, at 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time on Friday. So be there or be square. And I love you guys. And I will see you all again very, very soon. You guys rock.
Thank you for coming to my show. I'll see you all next time. You all rock. Dolly loves you. Dance around the room. It's time to go. Why are you still here? Dolly needs a sandwich and a nap. I'll see you next time. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for coming. I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Thank you for coming to my show. I'll see you all next time. You all rock. Dolly loves you. All rock. Dolly loves you. Dance the room. It's time to go. Why are you still here? Dolly, you still here? Have a great day.